Bill O'Reilly here. You are listening to the O'Reilly Update. Coming up next, the news with Mike Slater.
Thank you, Bill. It is Tuesday, February 14th, 2023. It's Valentine's Day, man. I should have reminded you yesterday. Sorry. Here's what's happening today in America. Latest on the fourth object. Get out of this country. Terrible news about the state of girls in America. And the worst announcing moment of the Super Bowl. It's all coming up. And of course, Bill will be here with the message of the day. But first, the Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin said that the 4 foreign objects that we shot out of the sky recently over American soil, well, one we shot down in the Yukon Territory, just over into Canada, but all 4 flew over American territory. He said they did not present a military threat to anyone on the ground. They do, however, prevent a risk to civil aviation and potentially an intelligence collection threat. And we'll get to the bottom of it. The top Republican on the House Foreign Affairs Committee said a sophisticated spy balloon went across 3 nuclear sites. In Montana, the Triad site, air, land, and sea nuclear weapons. In Omaha, the spy balloon went over our Strategic Command, our most sensitive nuclear site. So sensitive that George W. Bush was taken there after 9/11. And then finally, Missouri, the B-2 bomber. That's where they're placed. It did a lot of damage. Reports coming in that since Putin invaded Ukraine, up to 1 million people left Russia. They were worried that Putin would shut the borders, impose martial law, force people to serve on the front lines. Who knows? 1 million people left. 10% of the nation's IT workers. And the Russian parliament is debating incentive packages to get some people back. Putin, though, is thinking of stripping people, those who left, of their assets. He calls them deserters, scum. And he said leaving would cleanse the country. Meanwhile, the U.S. government is telling U.S. citizens to leave Russia immediately, claiming Russia will soon engage in more wrongful detentions. So get out now. What U.S. citizen is still in Russia? Get out of there. I don't mean to be a downer here, but I think this is important. The CDC says nearly 1 in 3 high school girls reported that they have seriously considered suicide. That's up nearly 60% from a decade ago. Almost 3 in 5 teenage girls report feeling so persistently sad or hopeless almost every day for at least 2 weeks in a row that they stopped regular activities. Almost 3 in 5. The CDC chief medical officer said America's teen girls are engulfed in a growing wave of sadness, violence, and trauma. Wow. Check in on your daughters. Maybe the worst moment from the Super Bowl announcing yesterday goes to Chris Berman, who said also, of course, 2 African-American quarterbacks starting against each other in the Super Bowl for the first time. Fittingly, February 12th is Abe Lincoln's birthday. It was worth the wait. I'm Mike Slater. Bill O'Reilly will be here with the message of the day next.
Bill O'Reilly here for Lone Star Transfer. If booking your timeshare has been difficult in the past, you know it's been almost impossible lately. Most clients are shocked to learn that their timeshare is now available to the public, severely limiting booking options. Many owners are upset their yearly dues have nearly doubled during this maintenance fee season. For well over a decade, this family-owned company has had the pleasure of helping more than 18,000 owners legally and permanently get out of their timeshare fees. With an A+ rating at the Better Business Bureau and more than 900 5-star testimonials, Lone Star Transfer is a company you can trust. Lone Star Transfer guarantees the release of all liability to your timeshare in writing and in a specific time frame. So please call my friends today for a free, no-obligation consultation at 855-551-7066, 855-551-7066, or online at lonestartransfer.com. Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day. It is Valentine's Day, the second most lucrative holiday of the year in terms of money spent. First, of course, is Christmas, and second is Valentine's Day because people in relationships are buying stuff for their significant others. I hate that phrase, significant others, but with all of this stuff we got going on here in the USA now, boyfriend, girlfriend, I guess that's obsolete. Husband and wife, the woke don't want to say that. Partners, it doesn't sound very romantic. But anyway, let's get back to Valentine's Day. It is a tradition in America, and I think most other countries in the world, communist China might be an exception, to demonstrate affection by giving material things. Now, I don't think that's such a good idea. I know I'm in the minority. But buying love, all right, as the Beatles once sang, buying love. I know a lot of people are in it for commerce. Los Angeles leads the league in that. But I believe that true affection is demonstrated by actions, not purchases. So if your relationship is based on material things, that's not going to last. But if it's based on kindness, respect, helping the person out no matter what, loyalty, then it will. I'm Bill O'Reilly. I approve the message by writing it. You can reach me, Bill at BillO'Reilly.com, Bill at BillO'Reilly.com, name and town if you wish to opine. Now let's go to the mail. Patty Cagle, Cameron Park, California. I'm appalled at what Biden's inflation and war on gas has done to our country. My husband and I live in Northern California. We just got notice the price of our PG&E bill is going up. We can serve as best we can, but we can't cut anywhere else. It's California, though. It's Biden and the crazy attack on fossil fuels, but California has laden the energy industry out there with so many taxes and regulations. You guys pay 30, 40% more than the rest of the country. Okay, let's get to the important stuff. Ready? We are team normal here. Team normal. We want you to be team normal or team crazy. You pick. Now, we're not going to sell team crazy gear because that's a negative. Team normal is a positive. That means you think clearly. We have bumper stickers, we have hats, we have shirts, we have mugs. Team normal. Now, pre-order them on BillO'Reilly.com, and when they come in, which will be shortly, you'll get them right away, but you don't have to pay on the pre-order. Only when we have them and shipping them to you do you pay. And if you want to cancel, fine. You don't have to. You have no commitment. The reason we're doing it this way is because my warehouse already is under siege. Everybody wants team normal stuff. All right? So we got to know what the demand will be so we can get the supply up and running. Team normal. We have right now no spin polos, and they're great for spring and summer. And BillO'Reilly.com store has them. In a moment, something you might not know.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, Carshield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-925-7584 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-925-7584. That's 800-925-7584. What do you have to lose? Call 800-925-7584. Again, 800-925-7584.
Now the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. Valentine's Day is here. More than 50% of all Americans will celebrate with cards, candy, even lavish vacations. While the holiday is commonly associated with Cupid, its origin goes back centuries. It began as an ancient Roman ritual for fertility. The bizarre event was called the celebration of the wolf. Towns across the Roman Empire picked a day in early spring when young women would be beaten with animal pelts, then paired off with random men by a lottery for marriage. In the 5th century, the Pope replaced that pagan festival with a day honoring Saint Valentine. A few hundred years earlier, Valentine, an Italian priest, openly defied the emperor. At the time, the Roman ruler decreed that only single men be drafted into the army. Against the emperor's orders, Valentine married hundreds of Christian couples to spare the husbands from going off to war. The bishop was eventually dragged before the emperor, Claudius the Cruel, and beheaded. The first official Valentine's Day card dates back to the 1500s. It features the Roman god of love, Cupid. The stationery is still on display at the Louvre Museum in Paris. Fast forward a few centuries, and the holiday translates into big business. After Christmas, Valentine's Day is the largest spending time in the USA. The average adult shells out $200, generating more than $20 billion in sales across the country. Most popular gift each year, candy. Consumers spending $3 billion on sweets. If you're thinking about saving some cash this Valentine's Day, think again. Polls show 55% of Americans will consider leaving their partner if they don't get a decent gift. And here's something else you might not know. More than 9 million Americans will take a knee today, not to protest, but to pop the big question. It's the biggest proposal day of the year. So happy Valentine's Day. Take that, Claudius the Cruel. Back in a moment. The best-selling Eden Pure Thunderstorm air purifier uses proven Oxy technology that quickly destroys viruses, odors, mold, and more. With over 265,000 already sold, we know it works. Smells vanish after just a few seconds with the thunderstorm being on. Odors, litter boxes, trash cans, cigarette smoke, dirty diapers, more, they're no match. The powerful thunderstorm sends out O3 molecules, which seek out and destroy odors, even from behind and under furniture. There are no filters to buy over and over, saving you money. And you can save $200 on an Eden Pure Thunderstorm 3-pack for whole home protection. You get 3 units, under $200. Put one in your basement, bedroom, kitchen, or anywhere you need clean, fresh air. Please go to EdenPureDeals.com, EdenPureDeals.com. Use code BILL to save $200. That's EdenPureDeals.com, code BILL, shipping free. Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.